Well, basically, ma'am, you need to sacrifice your sleep. Okay? That's what I do. So, dati, ang goal ko is to sleep 8 hours or 9 hours a day. But during my study, either 5 hours or 6 hours lang ako nakakatulog talaga. Ayun. So, yun ang ano ko. So, madalas, pagpasok ko na naman at work, okay, mag-take lang ako ng vitamins, okay. So, okay na naman. And then at the end of the day, pagod na ako, but I still make it. Even kapag yung talagang, may mga times na you will feel drained, pero don't give up. Ang ginagawa ko, at least maka 2 hours lang ako na study. So, okay, at least may natutunan ako today. And at the end of each day na mag-aaral ako, meron akong iti-take na exam. Parang gano'n, nagtitest din ako, tinetest ko rin yung sarili ko. Did I learn something today or not? Okay, I will try. Even if it is low, my scores are low, okay, it's okay. At least nag-ano pa ako, okay na mag-fail ngayon during the review, but when I take the exam, I should pass. So, yun ang mentality ko nun, ma'am. I mean, hindi talaga ako pwedeng matulog na hindi ako nag-study.
Hi everyone! Good afternoon to all our viewers here in IPES Processing. I am actually with Sir Nathaniel Pamintuan, one of our NCLEX Canada passers who recently successfully passed his Canada examination on his next generation NCLEX. Actually, sobrang nakakatuwa dahil prior to us having live, sumakay pa po si Sir Nat ng helicopter. Galing pa po siya ng work site niya. At it so happened na medyo hindi maganda yung weather at kaya na-move namin. But I am so privileged to be able to talk to Sir Nat and be able to discover kung ano yung naging journey niya. Sir, thank you so much na kahit na-delay tayo, you still wanted to push through with this because you want to inspire all other nurses out there who are aspiring to become like you and make it on their examination on their next generation NCLEX. Sir Nat, kumusta ang buhay natin sa Saudi Arabia?
Hi ma'am, yeah, thank you for having me here today. Ayun, sa ngayon, yun nga, pag nagpapasalamat pa rin talaga ako dun dito sa inyo sa IPAS. Ayun, dahil kayo yung naging guide ko talaga from the beginning hanggang sa nakuha ko yung license ko as CRNA RN. Ayun, so okay naman po dito sa Saudi Arabia. Ayun, winter ngayon, medyo unstable yung weather. Kaya yun, thank you for waiting. Thank you for giving me the chance to speak today. Okay.
It's a pleasure to be able to speak to you also, Sir Nat. Kasi dati-rati, ako yung nagko-communicate sa mga kliyente to be able to speak with them and be able to discover kung ano yung naging story nila. But in our Hope Talk, in our review program, si Sir John na yung responsible doon na magkakandak ng Hope Talk para malaman at alamin yung mga stories ng successful NCLEX passers. So I'm very happy that I'm able to talk to you, Sir Nat, and I feel very privileged and honored na makausap po kayo. Sir Nat, let's introduce yourself to our audience po siguro at alamin natin kung ano ba ang background ni Sir Nathaniel who is currently working in Saudi Arabia. Can you provide us some brief background about yourself, Sir Nat?
All right. So, yeah, I am already 34 years old and I started my career noong 2011 kasi 2010 ako graduate kaso hindi kami nakapag-exam noon due to the fact that parang in-hold nila yung mga number of examinees during that time. So 2011 na ako nakapag-exam, then pumasa naman, and then I started my career actually 2011. So noong time na yun kasi, yung mga earlier times pa noon, mababa lang ang mga sahod nun. Yung mga volunteer pa lang nag-start sila sa volunteer. Ayun, so palipat-lipat ako ng hospital. Nag-start ako sa government, then hindi ko nagustuhan sa government. Then I transferred to a tertiary hospital. And then, dahil nga sa mga issues na napakaliit talaga ng sahod noon, lumipat-lipat ako hanggang sa may nag-hire sa akin dun sa Dagupan City, dun sa Pangasinan. Ayun, dun ako tumagal at nagkaroon ng experience ng more than 2 years. Ayan. And then, 2015 or 2016, nag-try din po akong magpunta ng UK. Pero that time, ang IELTS requirements nila in all subtests is 7.0. Ang nakuha ko lang sa writing is 6.5. Ayun, kaya hindi ako nakaano. Tapos umulit pa ako ng isang exam, which is ganun din po yung score na nakuha ko. Sabi ko, maybe this is not the right time. Kako. Kaya ayun nga, frustrated ako nun mag-UK, ma'am. Kasi nga, yung napakalit ng sahod sa Pilipinas, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos hanggang sa napaisip ako, which ano ba yung madaling country na pwede kong puntahan nga ako, which is sa Middle East. Kako. Nag-try ako sa Saudi Arabia. Timing naman na nag-hire talaga sila noon ng mga male nurses. At thank God kasi maganda yung napuntahan ko naman na company noon kahit paano. Actually kahit ngayon naman. So then ayun 2017, hanggang 2019 nag-work ako para paikot-ikot dito sa hotel. Ganito rin ma'am, floater ako noon unstable yung location ko. So every month, every week bumabiyahe talaga ako dito sa Kingdom Wide dito. And then 2021 nung after nun ng medyo umu-okay na yung pandemic noon, nag-iisip na ako mag-NCLEX noon, ma'am. Actually, nag-inquire na ako sa inyo noon 2021. Matagal na ako nag-inquire sa inyo about sa processing ng NCLEX. Kaso, natenga na naman noon dahil yung company po namin nag-end na noon ng contract. So, umuwi ako ng Pilipinas ulit, then bumalik ako ng Saudi kasi nga kailangan pa ng budget noon. And then, nitong mga nung may bagong exam na, yung NGN, sabi nila, mas na daw, parang mas convenient na daw i-take and easier, magaya, ang dami ng mga nag-leak na mga information na ganyan. Hindi pa rin talaga ako decided. Tapos, nitong ang dami kasing post ng iPass, sabi ko, iPass. I-try ko nga, i-click ko nga sa iPass. Ayan. So nag-inquire ulit ako sa inyo na nakita ko yung old conversation natin na nag-inquire na pala ako sa kanila yung 2021. So okay, this time I will make it real kako. So yun, umuwi ako ng Pilipinas, nagbakasyon ako nitong taon na to, noong January yata yun. Then December yata last nung 2023. Pero yung start talaga ng process ko with the help of iPass is January I think. Yeah. And luckily, that time po pala, which is ngayon ko lang nalaman, na yung processing ng license ko pa noon is parang hindi pa required ang academic IELTS or something. Then after that, ang start talaga ng review ko is, nag-start ako ng August and September. Yun yung intensive talaga na self-review. Nakuha ko yung ATT ko, I think, April. And then, nakuha ko yung eligibility ko, April. And then, yung ATT ko after 1 or 2 weeks. Ayan. Lahat na ngayon sa iPass talaga. Yun, I mean, di ko kasi alam ang gagawin ko talaga Sinubmit ko lang lahat ng requirements ko sa iPass. Sige, kayo na bahala dyan ka kasi wala akong idea kasi busy nga naman sa work, hindi ko maharap. Ayun, lang talaga, napakagaling kasi laging andyan sa iPass, nagpa-follow up. Minsan nakakalimutan ko yung schedule pero pina-follow up pa rin nila. I mean, ang ganda ng assistance na ginawa ng iPass. And then, ayun, start na ng July, medyo hindi pa ako masyadong nagsiseryoso. And then August and September, doon ako nag-comprehensive review. Pagdating ng October, nung umuwi ulit ako ng Pilipinas para magbakasyon, doon ako nag-exam sa Pilipinas. And 1 month lang yun actually. And then bumalik ulit ako dito just to continue ko lang yung work ko at makapag-ipon pa para sa pinaghahandaan ko po kasi talaga yung mga gagastusin ko papuntang Canada. Ayun. Then, ganun pa din. Sa iPass, continue pa rin siya ng anytime na may tatanungin ako, pag may hindi ako sure, naka-assist sila lagi, mabilis sila mag-reply. Hanggang sa, ayun, nung time na, nitong November 15, na ibigay na sa akin yung license ko sa CRNA sa Alberta. Ayun. So, sa ngayon, ayun, nakahanap naman ako naghahanap na ako ng employer at may nag-respond na din na, ayun lang, kailangan lang nila ng IELTS ng general training na 7.0 in all, I think in total, yeah, they are requiring 7.0 in total. Pero pwede ang 6.5 sa writing at saka sa reading, sabi. Which is, parang natuwa naman ako kasi maybe this is the right time, Gako. So, nakakatuwa lang na maybe God has given all those people that surrounds me to keep everything smooth. I mean, hindi ko in-expect, pero ang galing lang kasi nasa timing po lahat. I mean, siguro nga I failed in 2015 or 2016, but I think this time, it will be all right. It will be okay. Then, yan, tinatapos ko na lang po yung ano ko dito hanggang sa, hopefully, makaalis ako sa second quarter siguro ng 2025 or first quarter. I don't know yet. Kasi hanggang ngayon, kailangan ko talaga mag-IELTS muna. Yun lang.
Ayun. So, ang galing lang ng journey mo, Sir Nat, no? Kasi matagal mo na pala itong pinag-isipan. At
Yes,
hindi mo lang siya naipagpatuloy nung first na mga years mo na gusto mo sana siyang ipagpatuloy. Really, I
Yes,
would
po.
agree with you that perfect timing will really come, especially kapag ando naman talaga yung desire mo na ipagpatuloy. And that's what we always want, to succeed in our career aspirations. And
Yeah.
kahit natenga man yung mga dream goals natin in the past, there will always be that time na para talaga para sa atin. At kung nag-fail man nung NCLEX dati, definitely now you have the clear goal na ito yung country na pupuntahan ko. Kailangan kong i-push through yung mga dapat kong requirements because there is a reason why I wanted to be in Canada. And this is the place where I want to be. So definitely you now have more reasons to push through with your English examination dahil kailangan na nga, dahil
Yes.
yun ay requirement.
Yes. Yes.
Sir Nat, on your story as well na 2010 ka na pumasa, gumraduate, sir, no? Tama?
Graduate
Gumraduate?
po.
Yes, the same pala tayo, pero mas matanda ako sa'yo ng 2 years kasi nag-stop ako ng isang year. So I'm
Yeah.
36 years old. In 2010 din ako na gumraduate ng BSN. And back then, nakaka-relate ako sa iyo and to all our audience, sino po ba dito sa inyo nung gumraduate ng 2010 at nakapag-experience na mag-volunteer, right? During our time, volunteering is real at yung sahod lang natin ay napaka-konti lang dahil pinipilahan pa talaga yung sahod namin during that time. But then God is so good for you, Sir Nat, because you were able to be blessed with another opportunity na nagkaroon ka ng opportunity sa Saudi Arabia. And as you mentioned, Sir Nat, maganda naman yung work mo ngayon. Can you let us know, Sir Nat, kung ano yung nature ng work mo ngayon sa Saudi, sir?
Ang nature po ng work namin is emergency responder po kami sa mga industrial area ng Aramco, which is yung largest oil producing company in the whole world. So, ayun, parang contractor kami nila. So, anytime na may emergency, either magre-respond kami by ambulance or doon kami sa site, tapos magtatawag kami ng mga chopper, yung mga medevac. Ayan, yun ang primary function namin. Tapos sa occupational health, mga ganyan din po.
So I know Aramco, Sir Nat, kasi nakapag-work din ako sa Saudi dati for 3 years. So, opo, nag-work ako as an ER and ICU nurse po sa RCH po kami. So, you are directly employed in Aramco, sir, or another agency is providing the service to Aramco?
Contractor po kami under Johns Hopkins po kami, Johns Hopkins Aramco Healthcare.
Okay. So, you are in the good place, Sir Nat.
Yeah.
You are in the company. God is so good that He has blessed you with this opportunity. Yes. Sir Nat, matanong ko, maybe ang audience natin curious. A lot of the nurses are actually aspiring to go to the USA. A lot of them are they also want to go to Australia. But definitely, iba-iba naman tayo ng goal eh. Kayo ba guys, etong nasa audience natin, saan nyo ba gustong pumunta? Type in the comment section kung saang bansa kayo gustong pumunta. Gusto nyo ba ng USA or Australia or Canada or Ireland? Let us know via the comment section kung saang country nyo po gustong pumunta. Sa inyo, Sir Nat, ano yung reason bakit Canada po yung napili ninyo?
Actually, to be honest, ma'am, hindi ko rin alam talaga. Kasi nung time na tumitingin ako sa Facebook at nakita ko yung iPass at sabi Canada, ang ganda rin ng Canada kako. Tsaka hindi siya gagaya ng US kasi minsan sa US, ang inaalala ko yung mga violence, yung mga gun violence, yung mga public hate, yung mga ganyan sa mga Asians noon. Kaya sabi ko, I consider USA as the least of the choices ako. So, ang iniinaalala ko naman si Canada kasi ang gusto ko dun sa Canada, yung may mga remote areas sila which is nature lover din kasi ako, ma'am. So kako, ang ganda kako. What if I go there and get my citizenship at doon na ako mag-retire, which is okay naman. Although ginaw lang talaga siya, gusto ko rin naman ma-experience ng snow. So, okay, maybe this is the right choice kako. Kasi hindi ko talaga din prioritize na mag-US, ma'am, or other countries. I don't know, this year lang ako nakapag-decide, which is hindi ko rin alam kung ano talaga yung reason. Pero hanggang ngayon, porsigido pa rin ako na yun lang talaga ang ipupush ko.
Depende naman din po talaga sa atin. May iba-iba naman tayong choices. Yung iba, pinipili nila ng USA kasi andun yung pamilya, they want this kind of benefit. So yung sa atin, Sir Nat, is you just wanted to be in Canada, experience the country, experience travel. And I have seen a lot of photos of Canada as well. It's very picturesque and it's very... The environment is really majestic. Yung ano nila, yung mga sites nila, super amazing din talaga. So, I know that you're going to fulfill that one once you are already there. Sir Nat, matanong ko, do you have any family po ba sa Canada? Or wala po tayong relatives pa doon?
Actually, meron kami mga parang pinsan ng father ko, kaya medyo malayo na rin. Pero yung close family talaga wala po, ma'am.
So, kayo po doon. And dadalhin nyo na lang yung pamilya ninyo later doon. Siguro.
In God's will, yes. In God's will po.
Yes. So ngayon, sir, na tapos na kayo mag-NCLEX, yung in-applyan nyo po ba ay nurse din po yung position doon?
Yes po, ma'am. Yes po.
And according to them, kailangan lang naman ng IELTS, which is, as you mentioned, GT, General Training. So which is, I think that's not a problem with you to accomplish. Ayun. During your NCLEX journey, Sir Nat, is there any experience that you had na parang it was kind of challenging for you to be able to make it on your journey for the NCLEX? Meron ba tayong challenges?
Yes po, a lot of struggles actually. Una-una kasi yung schedule talaga, very tough ang schedule. Lalo nung nag-start akong maging dedicated sa studies ko. Kasi from yung sa work ko kasi 8 hours to 8 hours siya. Pero busy talaga siya kasi ang current position ko po ngayon is nag-train kami ng mga new staff para maging ready sila to work independently in the remote sites to make it safe for them. So, napaka-challenging nun. Mentally stressed, physically stressed ka during the day. And then at the end of the day, meron ka pang isang responsibility which is mag-aaral ka. Although, hindi ko tinignan yon as negatively kasi ako, temporary sacrifice lang naman to ako. Ayun, nagbabasa ako kahit na 2 hours or maximum 4 hours every day. And during the weekend, kasi wala naman akong pasok sa weekend, doon talaga ako tumatagal ng mga 6 to 8 hours na nag-aaral din talaga. Meron din sa family struggles kasi minsan mauubusan ka talaga ng time for your family. Video call na nga lang, minsan hindi ko pa magawa ng maayos dahil distracted ako dahil kailangan ko mag-focus sa studies. So ayun, madaming sacrifices na kailangan ilaan. Maraming challenges. Minsan pagod na talaga yung katawan mo, hindi ka na halos makatayo dahil naantok ka pero kailangan mong bumangon kasi meron kang ini-aim na future. Ayun lang naman. Usually, normal lang naman na mga struggles, ma'am, like work, family, related. Minsan emotional, yes, of course, dahil malayo ako sa family ko. And then yung mag-ina ko ay nasa Philippines pa ngayon. Ayun, mamimiss mo rin talaga sila eh. Lalo't lumalaki na yung anak ko. Mayroon akong 2-year-old son na. Ayun, tapos mag-isa ko pa dito, wala akong kamag-anak. So, ang dami talaga, emotional, physical, mental, lahat ng yan may encounter. But, worthy naman kapag napagdaanan mo, nalagpasan mo yung mga struggles na yon.
Ayan, definitely. I think you're one of your biggest whys as well, Sir Nat, kung bakit gusto mo ng Canada is because you can bring your wife and your kid and be there na magkasama kayo as pamilya, which is a very good goal din talaga na masama sila, magkaroon ng citizenship and you will be living there as one family. So I think that's one of your biggest whys as well, Sir Nat. And isa yan sa mga naging rason na kung bakit talagang kahit in spite of the sacrifices that you had, pero porsigido kang i-continue yung goal mo. Dahil, ayun nga, sabi mo, Sir Nat, na minsan, kahit pagod ka na, pero kailangan mong bumangon. So, this is what I want to emphasize as well to our audience kasi based on the statistics of NCSBN, doon sa internationally educated nurses, no, share natin sa audience natin, sa mga nakikinig para alam nila. Based sa statistics ng NCSBN, meron tayong 54% na passing rate. That is for the internationally educated nurses. So malaki ang chance na, so parang 50-50 ang chance na makukuha natin yung NCLEX kapag internationally educated nurse tayo. So ang point ko doon is dahil malaki yung porsyento din, yung percent na baka hindi natin makuha yung examination na to at baka mag-repeat tayo dahil hindi tayo naging successful. Kailangan nating i-emphasize sa audience natin na kailangan po ng sakripisyo. Kung nag-work ka, kailangan mo talagang i-disiplina yung sarili mo kung paano mo i-insert yung pag-aaral mo even though you are working. So Sir Nat, you mentioned earlier that you are studying for 4 hours. Paano mo na-i-insert yung pag-aaral ng 4 hours, Sir? Baka makatulong tayo sa audience natin para din alam nila yung tips and strategies mo, Sir, na ginagawa mo.
Well, basically, ma'am, you need to sacrifice your sleep. Okay? That's what I do. So, dati, ang goal ko is to sleep 8 hours or 9 hours a day. But during my study, either 5 hours or 6 hours lang ako nakakatulog talaga. Ayun. So, yun ang ano ko. So, madalas, pagpasok ko na naman at work, okay, mag-take lang ako ng vitamins, okay. So, okay na naman. And then at the end of the day, pagod na ako, but I still make it. Even kapag yung talagang, may mga times na you will feel drained, pero don't give up. Ang ginagawa ko, at least maka 2 hours lang ako na study. So, okay, at least may natutunan ako today. And at the end of each day na mag-aaral ako, meron akong iti-take na exam. Parang gano'n, nagtitest din ako. Tinetest ko rin sarili ko. Did I learn something today or not? Okay, I will try. Even if it is low, my scores are low, okay, it's okay. At least nag-ano pa ako, okay na mag-fail ngayon during the review. But when I take the exam, I should pass. So, yun ang mentality ko nun, ma'am. I mean, hindi talaga ako pwedeng matulog na hindi ako nag-study.
Tamang mindset yun, Sir Nat. Actually, I totally agree with you. So, dapat kailangan nating mag-build ng consistency when it comes to our study habits. Dapat consistent tayo para na maintain natin yung momentum natin. Try nyo, guys. If kayo, yung person na pwedeng bumangon early in the morning, try to maintain na, for example, 5 a.m. This is already your waking up time. And siguro like just 1 hour na pwede niyong ilaan kasi fresh pa yung utak natin. Before you're going to do anything in the preparation for your duty, at least makapag 1 hour kayo. Or in the evening kung kaya pa, kung hindi pa masyadong drain. Pero kung drain na talaga, don't also force yourself kasi wala ding ma-absorb yung brain cells natin dahil pagod na. Hindi din maging effective yon. But on your day off, then extend more time kung kakayanin. Ang pinaka-importante is making positive habits para maging consistent po tayo sa pag-aaral natin. The moment that you have already built that one, hahanapin ng katawan nyo at pag-iisip nyo, uy, na-miss ko yung pag-aaral. Uy, kailangan kong mag-aral. Uy, ito yung goal ko. So, dapat at least may lagi tayong natatapos kahit pa konti-konti. Okay? Ang goal natin, kahit sabi nga ni Sir Nat, kahit konti yung natapos, at least, 'di ba? May natapos ka. Kung 4 hours yung dapat mong ilaan for a certain video, at least 1 hour natapos mo. Or, okay, some other time, you can go back again. So, kailangan po talaga nating i-build yon. As what Ma'am Regina also mentioned, Sir Nat, sabi niya, God is really in control. Ngayon lang ako nakapanood. Sabi ko, may reason nga talaga. Ma'am Regina, we are inviting you to be inspired. We are sharing this story because we want to inspire our audience there who are
Absolutely.
still on their aspirations of passing their examination. And we hope that through this success story ni Sir Nat, makakuha tayo at may mapupulot tayo na pwede nating tips and strategy that we can apply para sa NCLEX natin, or whatever examination that you guys are preparing for. Ayun, so nabanggit ni Sir Nat yung strategies niya na pa konte-konte, pero nag-aaral siya ng 4 hours in a day. And on the weekends, 6 to 8 hours. Sir Nat, paano mo binabalance naman yung work and life mo? Do you also take some time to provide some leisure activities during your preparation for the NCLEX po?
Yes, of course, hindi pwedeng mawala yung ating mga leisure activities. Okay? Especially during weekend naman, doon ako nagre-relax. I go out in the morning to just have a walk and run, to buy some stuff para sa sarili ko naman. Pero parang ano lang yun, saglit lang yun. Hindi talaga yun yung ano ko, parang okay, malibang lang ako ng konti, makapag-unwind, maklear ko yung mind ko. Okay, then itulog ko, kapag inaantok ako, tutulog talaga ako. But yung focus ko talaga is hindi dapat mawala dun sa main goal, which is yung NCLEX. Kasi hindi pa naman ako lalo't nung papalapit na, ayun na ako, more relaxation, hindi pwede ngayon kako. Okay, mag-relax ka lang konti, ano mo yung mind mo, i-clear mo yung mind mo, kumain ka ng kung anong gusto mo para masatisfy lang, maging happy ka rin man lang ba, kausapin mo yung family mo, ayan. Which is, dun ka humuhugot ng strength mo lalo. Ayun, ganun lang naman siya. Yes, ma'am.
True. It's very
So, yeah, mahirap siya sa simula. Pero pag nakasanayan mo na, gaya ng sinabi nyo kanina, na magiging part siya ng system mo eh. Ayun, so everyday, pag may na-miss kang isang topic, okay, masyado na akong nagre-relax today. I should go back to my study and that's it. Go back on track.
Yes, agree ako doon sa inyo, Sir Nat. Kailangan lang talaga natin, guys, ng dedication at commitment dito. Gumastos na kayo ng marami. Ibigay nyo na yung lahat ng 101% nyo na commitment dito. Dahil para sa inyo din to. After all, this will be for you and for your family as well, na gusto nyong mabigyan ng magandang buhay later on. Sabi nga ni Ma'am Regina, ngayon lang ako nakapanood, madami po nangyari, pero patuloy pa rin sa pangarap. Yes, patuloy tayong mangangarap at dapat clear yung goal natin, clear yung pangarap natin. Ano yung target ko? When I want this to happen, what are the things that I need to do for me to be able to achieve my goal? And definitely, hindi mawawala doon ang dedication, yung sakripisyo natin, at commitment. Kung wala yon, na mahihirapan tayo, guys.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, if you can turn back the times, would you say na gusto nyong simulan sana yung journey na to earlier pa? Or hindi wala namang ganun na regret, sir?
Actually, ma'am, that's one of my regrets na nangyari. Kasi sabi ko, kaya ko naman palang gawin to. Why not na hindi ko pa ginawa ito noon? Sabi ko, so yun yung mga isang I could have done it earlier than this time. But then I think, maybe it's not yet the right time. Kasi nung time na yon, maybe this is the God's given time, the perfect time na binigay ni Lord. So, okay na rin, sabi ko, maybe this is the plan. So, I accept it. Although, yun nga, sinabi ko rin sa mga kamag-anak ko actually yung mga kamag-anak ko nasa USA, ang tagal na po nilang sinasabi sa akin, take the exam noong 2019. Sabi na, mag-NCLEX ka na. Okay, I will take NCLEX. Okay. But this time, ayun, siguro nga, it's about time na rin na, dahil may pamilya na rin ako, naisip ko na rin na yung life kasi dito sa Saudi Arabia is, let's say, okay naman, but when it comes to family, nadadalhin mo dito, hindi siya stable. Anytime, pwede tayong umalis dito, pero hindi tayo makakakuha ng citizenship. So, doon na ako sa yun na yung goal ko. Nag-set na ako ng goal para sa pamilya ko. Hindi lang para sa sarili ko yung ginawa ko, ma'am. Kasi yun nga, para sa pamilya ko talaga. Yun ang main inspiration ko at reason ko kung bakit ako nag-pursue.
Ayun nga, sir, no, kapag may pamilya talaga tayo, talagang hindi naman pwedeng atin-atin lang yung iisipin natin. Talagang para sa buong pamilya yung kailangan nating isipin kung ano ba yung maganda para sa pamilya ko. Siguro, sir, no mga earlier times, hindi mo siya masyadong naiisip kasi wala pa naman masyadong reason talaga, parang concrete why kung bakit ko gagawin yung mga bagay-bagay. And now that you have already the reason and the biggest why kung bakit mo gagawin, kaya pinush through mo at nag-sacrifice ka para dito, sir. So congratulations to you, Sir Nat, for really sacrificing a lot to make this happen for you. And salute ako sa iyo, sir, kasi mahirap pong pagsabayin yung pag-aaral. Actually, to be very honest, marami pong gustong makapasa ng NCLEX. Pero maraming pumasa, marami ding hindi naging successful on their first examination. But in spite these events, I know that someday you will all make it on your examination. Talagang patuloy lang. Do not give up. As long as this is your goal, never give up until na makuha nyo yung goal nyo na maipasa yung NCLEX natin. And always start with your reasoning kung bakit mo kinukuha or inaabot itong pangarap to. Kasi kapag clear sa inyo kung bakit nyo kukunin ito, the more na na-inspire kayo at willing kayong mag-sacrifice. So balik tayo doon, Sir Nat, sa gusto mo sanang simulan. I'd also like to encourage our audience, okay? Para sa inyo po na maaga pa, mga bago pang sa mga 29,000 na PNLE passers. So narinig nyo kay Sir Nat, galing mismo kay Sir Nat na kung siguro nasimulan ko na earlier, natapos ko na, and also doon sa inyo na bago pa lang na nag-PNLE, push na tayo doon sa higher goals natin, higher international career plans natin while bata pa tayo at wala pa tayo masyadong responsibilidad. Kasi kapag nagsimula na kayo na magtrabaho, nako, medyo mahirap na pong i-squeeze kung ba saan at kailan i-squeeze yung pag-aaral. Sir Nat,
this is the perfect time. Yeah, this is the perfect time for them. Habang maaga pa. At saka ang dami na nilang resources ngayon. Nagkalat ang resources. I mean, what are they waiting for?
True. I totally agree with you, Sir Nat. Meron tayong review program din na binibigay sa IPAS, sa IPAS Online Review and Mentoring Academy. If ever na interested kayo, so it will not be difficult for you kung saan kayo magsimula at well-guided po kayo sa pag-aaral natin. And Sir Nat, any tips and strategies that you'd like to share to our audience po?
Well, unang-una, you have to be sure, ano ba yung goal mo sa life? What is your goal? Bakit ka mag-take ng NCLEX? Dapat ma-establish mo yun, na clear ang mind mo. Ano ba yung purpose mo? And then make a plan. Okay? Magkaroon ka ng time frame. Okay, how long will it take for me to pass the exam? And how long will it take for me to get there on that country? And then, step by step, ayan, siguro mag-a-adjust ka muna in the first few weeks or months. Kasi may mga, ako din naman, may mga, alam mo yun, may mga addiction ako gaya ng gaming, mga ganyan. Gaming, yeah, talagang maano ako sa gaming. So, unti-unti yun, okay. I have my goal. Okay. This time, okay, sacrifice ko muna yung gaming na yan. Okay. Set aside. Okay. Instead of that, pinalitan ko siya ng study plan. Ayan. hindi siya madali. Gaya nga ng sinabi ko kanina, July, nag-start ako, pero hindi pa siya serious. Unstable pa lang siya. And then, dumadating yung time kasi nga, yung may pamilya ako, naiintindihan ko naman yung wife ko. Minsan nagiging emotional siya. Actually kami, na yung situation namin na LDR. Sabi ko, yeah, maybe this is the sign na I should take it seriously at i-follow ko yung plan ko, have my goals clear, and then that's it. After kong mai-give up lahat ng mga personal stuff ko, yung sa akin lang, no. I gave it up. Sabi ko, this time, gagawin ko to, hindi na para sa akin, sa family ko na to. And then ayun, voila, boom. So, mafa-follow mo na siya every day. Ayan. So, ang ginagawa ko minsan lahat kapag may free time ako, kahit bibiyahe ako ng malayo, Instead of manunod ako sa Facebook, mag-browse ako ng kung ano-ano dyan, I just listen to videos. Para lang habang nag-aaral, may natutunan pa rin ako during the free time or wala akong ginagawa. Pag nagluluto ako sa bahay, yan, nakikinig pa rin ako ng NCLEX videos. Kahit nasa CR ako at ganun pa din nakikinig. I mean, ginawa ko siyang parang kumbaga more than something that you could include in your life. Ayun, tapos sabi ko, temporarily lang naman to. 3 months, 4 months, okay na. And then, susunod na yung mga opportunities na dadating. So, yun siya. Sacrifice lang po talaga. Sacrifice, and almost within 2 months, kayang-kaya nila yan. Papasa sila dyan. And don't forget to pray every day. Yun ang isang ko pa po. Pray to God na hilingin mo sa Kanya kung ano yung goals mo. Be specific. Ano ba yung gusto mo? Hilingin mo sa Kanya. And mangyayari yun. He will give it to you. For sure. And at the same time, kapag nagpipray ka, make sure na gumawa ka din ng tama. Yun lang naman. Hindi yung pray ka ng pray pero wala ka namang ginagawang nanlalamang ka kung ano-anong ginagawa mo. No. When you pray, give your intention, gumawa ka ng tama, and everything will go into places. Ayun. Magandang gawin po is mag-aaral muna kayo per concept. Yan, sa IPAS, tutulungan nila kayo per concept. Mag-aaral muna kayo. Kabisaduhin nyo yung disease process. Kasi pag ang minemorize nyo lang is yung mga facts lang, mga bullet points, yun ang target nyo, mababa ang retention nun. But if you understand the disease process, hindi ka mawawala. At the same time, babaunin mo pa yun through your whole life na nag-practice ka. Alam ko yung pathophysio nito, alam ko yung disease process nito. So, madali na lang sa'yo na kunyari, isang symptom pa lang, kunyari si NCLEX, magbigay sa'yo ng signs and symptoms. 2 symptoms pa lang, alam ko na yan. Ganito yan. Ito yung signs and symptoms, ito yung diagnostic procedure, ito yung preparation. Ayun siya. So, hindi siya ganun kadali kasi kailangan, yun nga, yung from the sacrifices na ginagawa mo, maglaan ka ng time para i-study ang isang concept. Ako, ang ginawa ko po, kunyari fundamentals. Okay, kasi sa book, makapal yun yung fundamentals. Ang ginawa ko sa fundamentals, ginawa kong 3 to 5 days. Yan, inaaral-aral ko siya every 3 to 5 days hanggang sa maintindihan ko. And then, at the end of the chapter, at the end of the one concept, mag-take ako ng exam post-test. Yan, mga 100 items, 200 items. And then, kapag okay na, even though mababa ang score, minsan may mga time talaga na mababa ang score mo, lalo kapag hindi ka nakakapag-concentrate. Okay, mababa ang score mo. Ibig sabihin, pag mababa ang score mo, babalikan mo ulit. Ano ba yung question na ito? Balikan ko ulit yung topic na yon. So, instead of weakness mo siya, magiging strength mo na siya the next time na ma-encounter mo. Kasi for sure, hindi mo naman alam kung anong lalabas dun sa exam. But, kung nabasa mo yun at inaral mo ulit, yung maling na isagot mo at naitama mo, pag nag-take ka ng exam at ma-encounter mo yun, okay, that's your point. 1 point again. So, yun lang. Maging dedicated, intindihin yung concept, intindihin yung disease process, i-test mo yung sarili mo kung nag-i-improve ka or hindi. Pag hindi ka nag-i-improve, kulang pa. So, you need to go back. Repeat. Ulit-ulitin mo lang. Ganun lang po yung may ko sa kanila. And it takes a lot of time. Yung time nga talaga. Longer preparation means sure na papasa kayo.
Very well said, Sir Nat. There is no doubt kung bakit ka naipasa mo yung NCLEX because you perfectly know how to do things the right way. Ayun, you have the proper mindset na dapat ito yung goal ko. These are the things, my actionable plans, actionable strategies na dapat kong gawin, and you really know kung paano mo siya isa-strategize yung mga bagay-bagay for you to be able to make it. And there is no doubt, Sir Nat, kung bakit mo nakuha yung NCLEX mo. Saluton nyo on that, Sir Nat. And thank you really for sharing that. Nabanggit mo, Sir Nat, also that prayer is very important, that you have to be very specific on whatever you ask the Lord for the desires of your heart. But definitely, guys, hindi pwedeng dasal lang tayo ng dasal. We need to enact on what we are asking for. Kailangan nating gumalaw at kumilos because God said, go and plan and ask for me whatever your desire is. I'm going to make it happen, but you also have to do your part. So, ayun guys, yung pinaka-importante din doon at we just lift all to God the desires of our heart because someday He's going to make it happen so long as we are deserving for the prayers that we are asking for Him. We are asking from Him. Sir Nat, maraming
and at the day of the exam, actually, dun lang ako kinabahan. During the preparation time, hindi talaga ako kinakabahan. During the exam day na mismo, dun ako naging anxious. And then, nag-pray lang ako. Okay, nag-pray ako na, okay, Lord, please guide me sa mga correct answers. Ibigay niyo kung ano yung nararapat. Okay, kayo na bahala, Lord. Give it up to Him. Give it up. Yes. Siya na naman mag-decide eh. If you deserve it, ibibigay niya. If hindi ka pa ready, maybe i-delay muna niya, pero it doesn't mean you fail. But you have, pag alam mo sa sarili mo na ginawa mo yung part mo at nananalig ka, ayan, you believe in God, okay, so saan pa ba pupunta kundi sa success?
Amen. Amen. Yes. Thank you, Sir Nat, for inspiring our audience here who are also still on their way to passing the examination. Lastly, Sir Nat, I'd like to, probably, Sir Nat, you'd like to shout out your wife and your kid, your very supportive wife.
Yeah, shout out po sa wife ko, si JM Tanggili. Hi! And Calix.
Hello, Calix. Ano po yung pangalan ng wife niya, sir?
John Maureen Tanggili. Yeah.
Hi, Miss John. Thank you po for being very supportive kay Sir Nat. It's very difficult to masyadong malayo LDR pero kinakaya yung mga pagsubok ng pamilya dahil para din sa pamilya later on. Salute on you, ma'am. Salute on you both po. Sir Nat, lastly, I'd like to ask, paano ba kayo natulungan ni IPAS, sir? At paano yung naging contribution namin sa success po ninyo? Any feedback po to IPAS?
Yun nga, actually binigay din ni Lord si IPAS siguro kasi siya talaga yung nag-guide sa akin. Wala talaga akong idea kung paano ba yung process ng NCLEX. Lalo, wala naman akong time para mag-browse ng mga magbasa-basa minsan. Ano ba yung mga gagawin ko step by step? Since na ganun ang situation nyo, na busy kayo sa work at hindi nyo maharap yung mga bagay-bagay, andyan si IPAS. Yan yung role na IPAS ngayon. Diyan papasok si IPAS. Lahat ng process, ibibigay nila sa'yo, i-assist ka nila. Napakalaking tulong kasi kahit simpleng bagay lang na tanong, andyan sila, magre-respond sila. Anytime na pwede mong may hindi ka sure na gawin, i-guide ka nila. Napakagaling lang ng assistance na IPAS. Tapos yun nga, may review offer din sila. So parang complete package naman na sila, ma'am.
Thank you, Sir Nat, for that feedback. And we are also very thankful that you trusted our company, the IPAS Processing po, para doon sa application natin. Maraming salamat po, Sir Nat, because you could have chosen other agencies out there, but you have chosen IPAS po para mag-assist sa inyo. So we are very thankful. We are very grateful po na kami ang napili ninyo para maging part dito sa journey na to. And whatever your needs are moving forward, we are just an email away kahit nasa Saudi ka. Yes, po. We're just an email and a text away po kung ano man yung kailangan ninyo. And we wish you all the best, Sir Nat, para po sa inyong career goals. And sa mga audience po natin, I know that you all have individual career plans and goals for yourself and for your family. And kung ano man yung success na achieve ni Sir Nat, I know that you too can be able to make it so long as we are going to work for the goals that we are aspiring for. So we wish you all the best as well to all our audience. And we hope that we provided value to your time that you shared with us. And sana may natutunan po kayo sa mga tips and strategies na na-share po ni Sir Nat. Sir Nat, maraming salamat po. At God bless you, Sir Nat.
Maraming salamat po sa IPAS kasi hindi ko makukuha yung license ko sa Canada kung wala kayo dyan na nag-assist talaga sa akin, ma'am. Thank you so much. Malaking tulong po kayo. Talagang isa kayo siguro sa binigay ng Diyos para i-guide yung mga nurses na para mag-move out of the country na sila at magkaroon ng better opportunity in life. So, ayan, i-grab nyo na po si iPass.
Maraming salamat, Sir Nat. I'm humbled for the feedback that you have provided, Sir Nat. And in behalf of the entire department as well, the Canada department that we have who assisted you, maraming salamat po sa pagtiwala niyo po sa iPass. So till the next inspirational story po sa audience natin. And Sir Nat, we hope to see your beautiful pictures in Canada soon.
Yeah, I hope so, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me today. And God bless you po. God bless you. Sa lahat ng mga mag-take po ng nurse ng NCLEX, kayang-kaya niyo po 'yan. Kayang-kaya niyo 'yan. Just believe in yourself. Maging positive lang kayo. Next na kayo.
Amen. Thank you, Sir Nat. Bye, everyone.
Thank you po. Yeah, have a good night.
Have a good night po.
iPass processing.